Welcome back. I'm so glad to be back. It's just been a little while. I finally found time in my schedule to upload a video, and I genuinely don't know after this when the next upload is gonna be, but for the time being I finally managed to find the time to film one video. And this is a video that I have had in my head for quite a while now, and I've been wanting to do it, but I knew it was gonna take some time, so I wanted to sit down and properly do it. So basically, you guys probably read the title, and I'm gonna be doing like a thrift flip, only without the thrift. I generally don't even know if we have thrift stores in Mumbai, and even if we did, I'm not sure I would rely on them. So basically yesterday I deep cleaned my entire wardrobe and I pulled out everything that I haven't worn in a while, or that I just thought was too simple and I could maybe do something to it. So basically I'm going to be restyling a bunch of clothes, and I'm also going to be trying to flip them. That's the flip part of the thrift flip, where basically you upstyle, restyle clothes. So I'm gonna be sticking on a lot of things on clothes. I'm gonna be painting them, I'm gonna be ironing on patches, I'm gonna be cropping them. Cut that last part. I'm not gonna be cropping them, but there's gonna be a bunch of stuff happening in this video, and hopefully I end up with clothes that I'm gonna wear after this. So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to restyle like a hoodie. I want to paint on it. So the hoodie that I'm going to be working with is actually technically my sister's hoodie, and it's very plain, so I thought it would be cool to kind of customize it, add a logo to it, maybe add words on the sleeves, because I really love those kind of hoodies. And let me just show you the hoodie real quick. Okay, so this is what we're working with, and it's a very simple hoodie. So basically I want to add like a logo right here, and then I want to add the words on the sleeves. If you've been following me on my Instagram, or if you know me in general, you know that me and my sister, both of us actually have been absolutely obsessed with the band Why Don't We lately. So my sister definitely wanted me to do their logo, so I already traced out their logo on a piece of paper, and I'm gonna put it right here, and then I'm gonna do the word on the sleeve. That's the plan for the hoodie. So first I'm gonna sketch out a rough sketch of all the words onto the hoodie, and then I'll get to the painting. So let's start. Okay, so I just laid it out, and basically this is where it's gonna come on, and that's the logo. So I'm gonna try and trace it right here, and then I'm gonna do the sleeve. Okay, so I just finished, and this is how it's looking. I think it's pretty nice. I'm gonna have my sister try it on so that you can see it better. Okay, there she is. So I think this is a really cute idea. I mean, you have complete control over how your hoodie looks, and it looks really cute. You can customize it any way that you want, and it's way cheaper than getting it customized from the market, so it's a really cute alternative. Just be sure to check your fabric paint to make sure it doesn't come off, and you'll be good to go. So for my next idea, I thought it would be really cool to customize my shoes. Basically, I was toying around with quite a few ideas of what I could do to my shoes. I'm going to be working with 5 shoes, and the one that appealed to me the most were Galaxy shoes. Now these were like a major trend. I think up until 3 to 4 years ago, everybody was doing it. The only reason I didn't was because I was too scared I was going to mess it up. I had convinced myself I was going to mess it up. These are actually the only white shoes that I have, so if I mess this up, it's not going to be good. So I'm gonna do the whole Galaxy thing. I don't think I really need to explain it, because this was again such a major trend. I'm gonna walk you through it as I do it, but I don't think I need to give a whole separate explanation, because these were the major trend, and I'm finally getting to it. So let's get to it. Okay, first things first, you gotta take out all your shoelaces. After that, there's a clip that I had but I lost it. But basically, you also need to tape down all the areas of the shoe that you do not want to get covered with the paint. So just tape out all the sole and the shoelace areas so that they don't get paint all over them when you're painting. Next, since my shoes were white, I had to paint them black for the galaxy effect. So that's what's happening there. Moving on to actually starting, so I just got a random sponge that I have in my house. You can use a sponge applicator or anything, and then basically you just dip it in really dark blue paint, and you want to start at a corner and then pull away. As you're pulling away, the gradient will fade. Don't worry too much if it feels like it's really concentrated at some places. The good thing about this is the messier it is, the better it looks apparently. So don't try to be neat, just try to concentrate the paint inwards more and then gradually pull away and you'll be good to go. Okay, so next you pretty much want to repeat the same thing with the white, only it needs to obviously be a smaller circle compared to the dark blue. And again, just pull away, concentrate it in the middle and then pull away from the sides. Another thing is that if you see like a border getting created between the two colors, just dab your sponge in the middle and just kind of smooth it out. When you again, it will create a really cool effect. Don't worry too much about being neat here. Just dab it through and it should merge pretty well together. Okay, so moving on to the purple shade, just take a little bit of it and dab it between the two colors, the border that I was just talking about, and blend it out. And a little goes a long way, so don't use too much of it. If you see pictures of the galaxy, you can see shades of pink and purple there, so you can use both colors, but for my shoe I found purple to be the better of the two. So just take a little bit of it and dab it right in the middle of the two colors, and it should really bring out both of them. Okay, so now for my favorite part and the best part that will tie the entire shoe together, just dip your toothbrush in white paint. And I don't think I really need to explain it, but just flick your finger against the brush and it should create the stars on the shoe. And trust me, this will just change the game and it will completely tie the shoe together. All your mistakes so far, they won't matter after this, because the shoe will completely change and it will just really transform your shoe and make it look 10 times better. So lastly, I went ahead and I used the smallest brush that I have and dipped it in some white paint and created like these plus signs and then some diagonal lines, smaller diagonal lines through it to create bigger stars. So just don't draw too many of them, just some at various points around the shoe, and it should look really cool. And that's about it. You're basically done with the shoe. So that's pretty much it. I'm completely obsessed with how these turned out, and the best part is you don't have to be tidy at all. You can be as messy as you want, and apparently that's what makes the shoe look better. And it's just really simple to do. This probably took me like half an hour and I absolutely love it. So welcome to day 2. Basically yesterday it took a lot longer than I expected. It took 2 hours to do the hoodie and then another hour to do the shoes. But today I've got like little things that I want to do to my clothes, so it shouldn't take as long. And starting off, the first thing that I want to do is use like these. So these are basically like iron-on patches and I've been seeing them everywhere, so I just went ahead and got them on Amazon. I'll have it linked in the description. They're just like words and then there's some cool stickers, and all you're supposed to do is put them on your clothes and then iron them on, and they should just stick because they've got like a sticker at the back, and that should just melt into your fabric and make it glue on. So I'm gonna be doing that to a few pieces of my clothing. Basically, I'm gonna be doing this to the denim that I have, because that's typically where you're supposed to do it. So starting off, I'm gonna start with a pair of jeans and we'll go from there. Okay, so first things first, I put on a bunch of patches on my pair of jeans and basically moved them around, positioned them to see what works and what doesn't. And after I was satisfied with the way it looked, I could start ironing. Okay, so this is important. You need to place like a piece of cloth or a handkerchief over your patches so that while ironing it doesn't stick to the hot iron. Then you can just go on ahead and start ironing. Also make sure that while you're ironing, you iron it really firmly, otherwise the patches will shift while you're ironing and the positioning will be all wrong. So just firmly iron them on and keep a check on the patches, and that's really all you need to do. It takes about 5 minutes and you'll be done. Okay, so they're definitely stuck on now. I can't even peel them off even if I tried. So that's great, at least it works. So I'll have the link definitely in the bio because these look absolutely incredible. They look so cute. I'll just show you how they look on real quick. Okay, so since I really like this, I decided to do this to my denim jacket as well. So again, repeating the steps, placing the patches and putting on the handkerchief and finally ironing them. This took a little longer. I went over each of them individually to really secure them in place. I guess it was because of the fabric, but the end result was absolutely worth it. I just think it looks really cool, and there's so many patches to choose from. Really, you got so much variety and you can definitely customize it, make it look so cool, and all it takes is 10 minutes, so it's definitely worth it. I'll have them linked and you can check them out. So the next thing that I want to try is convert a top into a halter top, because I've been obsessed with halter tops and I really wanted to try it out. So basically this is the top that I want to convert. I haven't worn it in a while, so I thought it would be cuter and I'd definitely wear it more often if it was a halter top. So as far as I know and from what I've seen on YouTube, you're supposed to just cut it like here down and then cut it till the sleeve, and it should work. So let's give that a go. So basically, to start off, I just grabbed a silver pen and used it to highlight my outline. And I don't really know how to explain it, but the border basically extends till under your sleeve, and you start from the top and highlight the border of your neckline. As you can see in the video, that's basically what you're supposed to do. And then I just grabbed my scissors and cut along the line and try to be as neat as possible. I did have to go over it twice to make sure that the edges were neat, but that's basically what you do. Just cut along the line, and that's basically it for the first side. Okay, so then I had to fold the shirt in half to get the exact outline on the other side. I thought I could wing it, so I just started cutting directly without making an outline. Would not recommend it, but if you're feeling pretty confident, then go for it. And it did get the job done, so I guess it did work out. And after you're done cutting the second half, that's basically it. You have your halter top. Again, it's just really simple to do, and I love that it's so quick and easy, and literally in like 20 minutes you can transform an entire top into something completely different. And I love halter tops, so this was ideal for me. So if you try it out, let me know, because this is the quickest one I could find and it definitely looks amazing. So for my next idea, basically I have like this lace that I've been wanting to use for the longest time, and I figured that I might use it on my jeans because I have seen So you might have seen jeans where the pockets have lace on them, like they're laced, and I really liked that idea. I thought it was really cool, so I thought I might try them out. So I'm gonna lace these onto my dark jeans, which I'll show you in just a second. Basically the basic idea is that I kind of cut like a cloud, half a cloud shape out of these laces, and then apply them to the end or border here on both sides. And then if it looks really cool, then I may do the inner corner of the jeans. Okay, so basically I just lined my lace against my jeans pockets to make sure that I had the measurements down, and I didn't wing this one. I tried to do everything precisely, and then I got a black pen and basically just drew out the outline for my clouds to make sure they both looked equal and precise. And after I was done, I just went in and got my scissors and started cutting. Not gonna lie, lace is pretty delicate, so working with it took quite a lot of time. It took me half an hour to cut out both the clouds, but at the end of it, it looked really cool. So I'm gonna cut two here. I have both my clouds cut out, and basically I just used fabric glue to glue them onto my jean pocket, and then I used some like dabs of Fevikwik to make sure that I really had it down and that they didn't come off, because I didn't think that the fabric glue alone would be enough. And basically just repeat it on both sides and you're pretty much done with it. Okay, so then I basically got these diamond glass thingies at the local craft store. I don't really know what they're called, but I thought they would look really cute against the lace, and they did work out. They contrasted very well with it. So I applied two to the bottom and then one at the top on each side, and it really did make a difference. It made it look way cuter. And that's pretty much it for the jeans. This made such a huge difference, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the way that they look. They look so cute, and they was really simple to do. So this is something that I definitely recommend you should try out. Alright, so that's going to be it. Alright, so that's going to be it for this week's video. Honestly, this month's video, because I don't know when I'm going to be uploading. Hopefully it's gonna be soon and can squeeze another video in. But I hope you guys got some good ideas to try out. And if you do try some of these out, then tag me, let me know, send me pictures. I would love to see what you guys do with it. And honestly, if you have suggestions for more things that I could DIY, then let me know. I keep forgetting my outro every time. So basically, if you like the video, then like it, comment, subscribe, and apparently you turn the little bell notification on. That's something else that I've been learning to say in my outro. I keep forgetting it. So do all that, you know the drill, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.